If you're a high ticket closer doing anywhere from $5,000 to $10,000 a month and you feel like no matter what you do, that number just won't change, then listen up because this video is for you. Because the problem isn't your skill, it's not your confidence, and it's definitely that you don't need another closing strategy. The problem is structural, and I'm gonna break that down for you now. I managed $8 million in sales operations and trained over 40 plus closers in this specific structure, many of whom now run their own sales teams. And what I found is that closers who get stuck under $10,000 a month all share this same blind spot. And it's not because they're not talented, it's just because no one's ever showed them that ceiling and explained to them why they keep hitting it and can't push past. Lie number one is that you just need more calls. More calls on a broken structure is gonna burn you out faster. You're still trading your time for money with the ceiling built in. A closer taking 8 calls a day is still an employee with a commission check, not an operator level. Lie number two is that you need to close at a higher percentage. Closing rate matters, but it's the wrong metric to obsess over. The closers who are closing at 40 to 50%, they're just sniping the better leads at the end of the day. The metric that actually moves income is revenue per conversation, not close per call. Line number three is that you need a better offer. The offer matters less than your position in the offer sales ecosystem. Two closers on the same offer, one makes $6K a month and one can make $16,000 a month, and the difference is how they structure themselves within that offer, their pipeline management, the leverage they have, and what's their overall position. So here's what actually breaks you through. I call it the full stack closer model, and I'm gonna break it down for you here in a 3-part framework. Step one is position. Stop being a closer and start being a revenue asset. This means understanding where you stand in the profit chain and renegotiating if necessary. Calm structure, offer selection, and pipeline quality. Phase two is leverage. The closers that are doing 20 to 40,000 a month plus, they're not just closing more, they've created leverage. Whether that's leading a small team or having some kind of back-end access to ascension offers or having a calm structure that compounds every single month, it doesn't just reset at the beginning of the month. Phase three is operate. Build your role like a business. KPIs, data, systems. The closers who break through, they track everything. Revenue per conversation, pipeline conversion based on lead source, okay, everything. They're not just a performer, they're a high-level operator. One of my students, Yonel, who I worked with about 1.5 years ago, when he first came to me, he was only making $3,000 to $4,000 a month. He went through my mentorship program and I was able to teach him some of these strategies and structures that he was able to implement, where then he was able to close on his first offer and make, $10,000 to $15,000 a month. Okay, now after actually closing on his own offer, he was able to then not just stay at that, but then use those tools to create his own offer and then take that from $10,000 to $15,000 a month to now where he's making $40,000 to $50,000 a month from not just closing on a single offer, but actually using those skills, those sales abilities, and creating his own thing that he was able to sell himself. And now he's been able to use leverage and take a skill where he was only doing $3,000 to $4,000 a month, and now he's doing $40,000 to $50K a month. End of next month, even on track to getting closer to the $100K mark. And it all started with just learning the skill, but not staying at just closing, but then using that to optimize, learn the systems, learn the structure, learn the whole end-to-end process, and take this to the next level to be a high-level operator. So that's what I help you do. Now, everything that I just walked you through is kind of actually surface level. The real work happens when I'm able to actually get in and see what's your current offer, what's your comp structure, what does everything look like inside, and how can we actually optimize your situation to actually improve it so that you can leverage yourself and maybe even leverage others to make more money. This is exactly what I do inside my mentorship. We build your full stack closer operations from the ground up. Positioning, leverage, system, optimization, get you to a point where you are a high-level operator and you're not leaving money on the table and just trading hours per calls, per time, but you're actually able to optimize and push past that and get above those $10,000 a month plus. If that's something you want to explore, there is a link below. It's an application. It's not just a sales page. Obviously, I want to just make sure it makes sense that I can help you in the first place before we talk. The closers who break $10,000 and keep going aren't working harder than you. They're just operating differently. And now you know what? Hopefully this video was able to give you some value, and yeah, next step is yours.